If you're sitting alone tonight with a glass of alcohol by your side, pause for a moment and ask yourself, am I drinking it, or is something else drinking me? What if we told you that alcohol is not just an intoxicant, but a spiritual trap, a deception that slowly disconnects you from your soul? Why do ancient mystical traditions refer to it as spirit? Why does every glass slowly shut the doors of your consciousness? And the biggest question, when you're intoxicated, what invisible force is controlling your body? This isn't the story of a brand or a bottle. This is the story of the abduction of your soul. From India to Egypt, from alchemists to Sufi dervishes, all saw alcohol as the enemy of awareness. But now that society celebrates it as a symbol of joy, is it possible that we've all become part of a larger conspiracy? A conspiracy that is hollowing us from within, and we laugh, while we walk willingly toward our own destruction. If these questions are still rising within you, this is where the journey begins. A journey that leads beyond intoxication into a deeper truth. Are you ready to face the unseen truth that the world has long turned away from? But before we go further, awaken the seeker within you. Subscribe to our channel, because what you're about to hear will shake you to your core. Have you ever wondered where the word alcohol really comes from? Though it sounds common, its history is deeply mysterious and frightening. The word alcohol originates from the Arabic word al-kul, which refers to a subtle entity that consumes a soul. Originally, it described a fine powder used in ancient Egyptian and Middle Eastern mystical practices to connect with or separate from the spirit. Over time, this word came to describe substances that could alter consciousness, eventually becoming synonymous with liquor. Ancient civilizations in Egypt, India, and China believed that certain substances could weaken the sacred bond between the soul and the body. They warned against fermented drinks like alcohol. They believed that the moment alcohol enters the body, it throws a veil over our consciousness and opens us up to unseen energetic influences. Alcohol is not just a chemical compound, it is a medium, a bridge, that links us to lower energies and illusions. So the next time you raise a glass, ask yourself, are you simply drinking a beverage? Or is an ancient force slowly consuming your soul? Imagine your consciousness as a radiant lamp, giving you the power to see beyond this world. Now imagine someone slowly dimming that flame. That's the invisible war alcohol begins within you. It's not just a substance that dulls the brain, it's an energetic weapon that attacks your consciousness, penetrates your aura, and pulls your soul away from the divine. Modern science says alcohol affects your brain's neurotransmitters, slowing thought and clouding judgment. But that's just the surface. Mystical traditions say alcohol weakens your spiritual defense system, known as the pranamaya kosha in yogic texts, or the aura in the West. This creates cracks, openings, through which negative external energies can enter and influence your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Have you ever seen someone become a completely different person after drinking? They say things, do things that they would never do in a sober state. Is this just intoxication, or is an unseen entity acting through them? Shamans, yogis, and spiritual masters believe that in states of intoxication, the soul partially leaves the body, and this is when lower consciousness energies enter. So the real question is, are you protecting your awareness or leaving it wide open for invisible invasion? Have you ever felt that during intoxication, a person may be physically present, but their soul seems to be wandering somewhere else? That is what the ancient mystics called soul disconnection, a mysterious state where the sacred bridge between the mind and the soul begins to fracture. Alcohol doesn't just touch your nerves, it reaches deep into your soul and creates an invisible gap, separating you from your higher self. Ancient yogic texts speak of a subtle energetic thread that connects the soul and the body, When alcohol weakens this thread, a person can become nothing more than an empty shell. And that's the moment when external forces, mental, emotional, or energetic, can enter the body. Some traditions call this a walk-in entity, an energy or presence that temporarily inhabits your body. Is this why people not only lose balance after drinking, but also lose their morality, awareness, and self-control? When the soul isn't fully present, who is making your decisions? Maybe someone or something else. So ask yourself, is this just intoxication, or is someone else stepping in when your soul steps out? Is it a mere coincidence that alcohol has been made so normal in society? Or is it part of a deeper plan, a carefully constructed conspiracy? If we peel back the layers of history, we uncover a terrifying truth. Alcohol wasn't spread as a gift. It was spread as a tool to numb consciousness and control the masses. Plato once wrote, "If you want to enslave a society, drown them in pleasures and intoxication." Roman emperors used to distribute alcohol for free so that the people would be too drunk to question power. And that very same policy continues today in new forms. Advertisements portray alcohol as cool, fashionable, and desirable, and anyone who questions it is mocked or ignored. But here's the biggest question. The powers that promote it, why do they stay away from it themselves? Do they know something we don't? Do they understand that alcohol is not just pleasure, it's a silent war against the soul? Perhaps they do, and that is the most dangerous part of this entire deception. Don't just pause to watch, pause to awaken, like this video and subscribe to the channel, because what's coming next is not just words, it's experience.